Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Ashley. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to talk about how you can glow up over the summer. My last video was about sorority rush. This topic also pertains to that. Now would be an excellent time to develop some more confidence, to really think about ourselves and how we view ourselves and the care we put into ourselves so we can put our best foot forward for sorority rush or just for school in the fall or work in the fall or what have you. This video is universally applicable. I'm excited to announce that I'm launching a private story just for my YouTube besties on my Snapchat. My Snapchat is linked below, so make sure you add me on Snapchat and I will add you to the private story, besties. It's just gonna be me and my girls so we can chit chat about all the things. So anyways, I hope y'all enjoy and let's go. Let's roll the tape. So I wanted to talk to y'all about a summertime glow up. Summertime is really like the perfect time to learn more beauty skills and just level up, girl. Because in the summertime, like, it's more relaxed. Like, you don't have school every day. You know, maybe your job has scaled back a little bit and a lot of people are on vacation and you just have a little more time to like try some stuff. I just wanted to start talking about some of the things that are going to make the biggest difference when it comes to your glow up. So first things first, it's gonna be dental hygiene, girl. You do not want to miss brushing those teeth in the morning or at night, girl. Like, calculus buildup is not cute. Basically, when you let plaque sit on your teeth within 24 hours, I believe, it hardens. And then it makes your breath stink. And it's just, And then it looks like you have something on your teeth. And it also can make your teeth appear kind of like yellow and have a rough surface. So, don't skip on brushing your teeth. All my dental hygiene stuff is in my Amazon storefront. But just like getting better at flossing your teeth. The other thing that I feel like nobody talks about when it comes to teeth is when someone has a good smile. Like, I feel like everybody obsesses over their teeth and like the shape of their teeth and like how white they are. But part of what makes your teeth look whiter is actually the health of your gums. If your gums are like a healthy, like not red and inflamed color, but they shouldn't be like pale pink and puffy. That's not good gum health, girl. They should be like healthy. They shouldn't bleed easily when you floss them. If they're bleeding, then you're not flossing them right or floss them enough. Me personally, I don't like those little like floss, the picks. No, girl. I like a good old string of floss, and that way you can use a new little piece of floss for every single tooth. And you should be like going along each tooth and cupping the tooth with the floss as you pull down. And then when you're done using that piece, do like this. Let me know if I need to make a tutorial on flossing for y'all. But over time, the health of your gums is going to improve and the look of your smile will improve because your gums being healthy will automatically make your teeth look whiter. So that's the first thing. And then also drinking out of straws. Like, as you use whitening products, I have used Crest white strips in the past, but I don't really need to use them anymore because I just don't stain my teeth. I drink everything with a straw. Everything that's not water, I drink it with a straw. And then my toothpaste is the Arm & Hammer one, and that one continuously whitens my teeth. And then on top of the continuous whitening, I'm not staining my teeth. So you're just like upping the margin of like how white your teeth can get because you're not working against yourself. You're not going like one step forward, two steps back. You're just straight up walking forward, girl. Another thing about dental hygiene is xylitol, girl. Xylitol is that girl, okay? Xylitol actually inhibits plaque, and popular gum brands that have xylitol in it are Orbit and Trident. I personally love the green Trident. It's my favorite. It is linked in my Amazon storefront. And fun fact, there was a job, one of my old jobs, there is this super cute guy that used to work with me who was also a gum fanatic. And there was one day that him and I were talking and he was like, "What are you chewing? Like, that smells so good." And I was like, "It's Trident Spearmint." He's like, "I'm gonna have to get some of that." And I was like, "Thank you." So there you go, girl. Proof in the pudding. That stuff works. but also the xylitol helps your dental health over time, and the gum doesn't have a bunch of sugar in it. And the fact that it's actually good for your teeth, like it helps like chewing it after meals, like blah blah blah. There's a whole bunch of benefits to chewing gum. Like it can really help your dental health. And just like having that minty fresh breath, I just know that it always like makes me feel more confident. Like there's something about like having a nice pair of sunglasses on, blasting my favorite music, and having a fresh stick of gum in my mouth. It just makes me feel like that girl. The next thing is hair care. Like the summertime is a great time to try out different hairstyles, learn how to braid. There was one summer, I think it was like summer 2016 or 2017 when I was younger, that I learned how to braid. That summer I literally devoted like as much time as I could to learning how to braid. Like I wanted to learn a Dutch braid. What's the other one called? The one that sits on top of the head and the one that sits like inside. I don't know, girl. You know what I'm talking about. Learning how to do those, and then learning how to do a single braid and then also double braids, because like it's the summertime, it's hot, like you're swimming in the lake, you're swimming in the pool, you're at the beach, like you need something easy to do with your hair, you know? And if you're like me, where you either live somewhere that's not that hot, or you have heat intolerance like me. I see you, girl, I see you. We are the minority, but we do exist. Hey, girl. Hey. This is my e.l.f. Halo Glow, by the way. Ew. I hate when my TV plays ads. Anyways. Wait, do I want to put this on my face? I'm gonna do primer. I need to stop yakking away. This is the Maybelline number 100. This is my favorite primer ever. Take about that much and then just pat it in. But anyways, learning new hairstyles like braids, but also by practicing them, you can get faster at them, and by the time you start school or go back to your regular work schedule, you're cranking it out that much faster, and then you can wear your hair different ways. My mom has always said, like, I think it's so pretty when girls wear their hair certain ways. Me, like, I'm just like, I don't know, like, I like my hair all down. Like, I feel like I just look best with it all down. But when I'm actually trying to be productive, like when I'm working or doing schoolwork or whatever, I have to have it at least half up, half down, because, girl, I can't just, like, every time I look forward, it all goes, I can't do it, girl. I can't do it. And by the way, that's can't, not can. Can't. I can't do it. But not necessarily just braids and different hairstyles, like actually learning how to care for your hair. Like maybe try out a new shampoo, maybe start researching new shampoos. Like a lot of times, like in life, I feel like when you approach something with strategy, you're usually going to be more successful. Like, yeah, you can stumble upon something accidentally, but most of the time that's not probable. I've already put my... But doing research on like your specific hair type and like figuring out what kind of hair product is going to benefit it best. Like I was talking about earlier with my really oily scalp. Like I have an oily scalp, but I also bleach my hair, so I have kind of dry ends, and like figuring out how to balance that and like figuring out what's going to be best for it. And also learn some heatless hairstyles. Girl, learn some heatless hairstyles, because that can really help reduce the amount of heat on your hair, but it also can reduce the time that you have to actually style your hair, because you just sleep in it, you wake up, and girl, your hair is done. And like also what I said earlier about the thing with dry shampoo, like using a dry shampoo like really helps keep your hair cleaner for longer, and it just helps with that like scalp smell. Like it helps control that / prevent that. Now there does come a certain point where like you need to wash your hair. Like stuff's gonna happen, like you're gonna have exams, you're gonna have work where you can't wash your hair right then and there, but try not to make a habit out of it, because like there's been a myth going around for like training your hair for some time being, and girl, it just doesn't work. It's not real. And in fact, actually leaving layers of sebum, and that's the oil that your skin produces, leaving that just build up over on your hair over time, it can actually stop your hair from growing. like inhibit hair growth and cause issues with your scalp. And your scalp is at the very root of your hair. Like, in case you didn't realize, all your hair grows out of your scalp. Like, that's the live part. So you really want to care for your scalp to have healthy hair. Before we get into, like, I know we already kind of talked about like different hairstyles, but before we like even get into like makeup stuff, honestly, like, it starts with hygiene. Like, you can have the prettiest makeup in the world, but girl, if you stink, girl, you stink. Like, I'm not telling you to be mean. I'm telling you because I love you. I love you like a friend loves a friend. I had a music teacher in elementary school, and that was her phrase that she would tell us. She'd be like, look, like, I love you like a friend loves a friend. I'm sitting here with a mustache telling you this. She'd say, I love you like a friend loves a friend. And like, I love you enough to tell you, like, check your shoelaces, make sure they're not untied and stuff like that. Or like, when you sing like this, it doesn't sound pretty. But I'm telling you, like, the very basic part of glowing up and the very basic part of being confident is like hygiene, girl. Hygiene, hygiene, hygiene. Like, even when I'm like dressing bummy or not dressing and like dressing nice or whatever, because y'all know that I have a switch, and I kind of like, part of me, like, I can be the girl who wears all the makeup, and I can also be the girl who just doesn't care. But even when I'm in my I don't care thing, I always keep my hygiene up, girl. You've got to keep your hygiene up. Like, your body is a temple, so like, treat it as such. It's really important, in case no one's ever told you, it's really important that you shower every day. And maybe I need to make like a whole shower routine video, but like, use a washcloth, not a loofah. A washcloth, girl. That's what's gonna get you clean. Not just your hands, that ain't good enough. But yeah, hygiene really starts there, and like, putting on your deodorant correctly will like change the game. Like, you'll be like getting in your car after work and you'll be like, woo, like, I smell flowers, or I smell powder fresh, and like, wow, look at that, I can do the chicken dance and I'm still dry. That's because with correct deodorant application, your deodorant can actually work correctly and make you smell divine. But when you smell good, even if nobody compliments you, I just think that's an immediate like confidence boost. Like, pick out scents that you like, layer your scents to where you like them, but at the very base of all that, just be clean and hygienic. Like, if you don't do anything else, just make sure you're showering, taking care of your teeth, and wearing deodorant, okay? And then everything else kind of builds off of that. Let's just do makeup next, because I feel like that's like the main thing that we talk about here, and I feel like that can be the most helpful. So like, you need like a basic look that you can like build everything off of. Like, figure out how to apply your makeup in the best way that suits your skin type and your face. Like, figure out the best moisturizer. Personally, I love this one that I'm using right now, which is the Neutrogena, what's it called? The Neutrogena hyaluronic acid. It comes in the little jar with the white lid. I really like that one. It just like infuses the skin with a lot of hydration and like goes like the skin, it just plumps up the skin, so you can have like that really even, like, smooth look to the skin. The next thing is, and probably the biggest thing in makeup, is make sure your foundation matches, like, just matches you. Your foundation should not be an exact match to the color of your face. Like, personally, I wear sunscreen every day. At least, girl, I try to. I feel like I'm getting better though. So I wear sunscreen every day. I don't ever tan my body in the sun because, like I said before, girl, that sun will get you looking old. And I do tan my body a lot with fake tan. And so, and even if you don't do all that stuff, like, your facial skin just tends to be like a little bit more delicate, like a little bit lighter than the rest of your body. So I'd really recommend that you match your foundation to here, because like, I don't know, I feel like some people might like the light face look, but I don't know. I think a lot of things look better on camera than they do in person, and like for every day, like day to day in person, like your makeup needs to match you. And granted, my makeup right now might be way too light. I can't tell because I have this light on me. But I'll give you this, I ain't done with my makeup yet. But yeah, have a foundation that matches you. I would recommend having like 2 shades of foundation. Have one that matches you when you're tan and have one that matches you when you're pale. And that way you can kind of mix them together, because like this is your lightest and this is your darkest. So we know that. So then we can kind of play with the in-between. And like a trick that I used to do is when I wore powder foundation, but you can honestly do this with liquid, is I would put like, I would use the lighter one to highlight the high points of my face, and then in here, and like on the sides of my nose and stuff, well, no, not the sides of my nose, but like like the outer part of my forehead and my cheeks, I would use the darker foundation. And this gave my face like a more multi-dimensional look, and it also helped like look more natural and like helped me be able to blend the formulas together. But you could also just use a palette, excuse this one, it's dirty, and just mix them together. And once you have that down, learn how to make your makeup last. And this can be kind of confusing in this day and age, because you see like so much like clean girl makeup and those that put on like a dot of this and a dot of that, especially on places like TikTok. Like a lot of things like look good on camera, and like the iPhone camera, the Snapchat camera, and the TikTok camera especially like blurs certain things. And so like when people do their makeup with like a dab of this, a dab of that, a lot of times they don't show the part where they're wearing their makeup throughout the day, you know? Or they might be like, oh, this is my makeup 6 hours later, but off camera they touched it up. You know, you always have to like go, like when you're doing research about something, you always have to go in smart. And especially with camera work and editing and stuff, you just don't know what reality might be. So don't be too hard on yourself, because like I've heard of girls like getting into makeup and be like, oh, I can never look like this, never look like that. And like, girl, that girl has on filters, and on top of that, a light kit, and on top of that, just the camera just tends to make things look different and sometimes better. I'm gonna go ahead and set this part of my face with my e.l.f. Stay All Night Setting Mist. Woo! In my experience, the best way to get my makeup to stay is put the cream products down. Like put on your foundation. Even when I was wearing powder, I would do this. So I'd do my concealer, do my foundation, and then I would put on a setting spray, and then I let it dry, and then I go in with a powder puff like this, and then take a loose powder and then just pat it all in. And that is what makes the makeup stay better. Doing it in the reverse, like doing the powder first, like the loose powder first and then the spray, it didn't give the same results. Like doing the spray first and then the powder is it. I heard about this like back in like 2022 on TikTok, and like, girl, I never went back. And I guess now that I'm doing my eyes, we should talk about eye makeup. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I'm just gonna tell you because we keep it real over here. Eye makeup is not as important in the grand scheme of things. Like, what's really gonna make the difference in your makeup is gonna be your face makeup. Like, if your skin doesn't look good, and I'm not talking about acne, you can do, like, girl, I still have acne. I use medications from my dermatologist to keep my face clear. Like, not so much medications, but topicals. Like, you saw my glycolic acid earlier. That's one of them that I use. But if your foundation isn't matched right, or isn't blended right, or doesn't last, it doesn't matter what kind of like crazy smoky eye, or if you've got purple or you've got blue going on, the look of your face is going to overshadow that. So really focus on your complexion first, and then the eyes part will come. I will say with eyes though, like, one of the best ways that I got better at eye makeup is I started doing it, and again, the summertime is a great time to practice. Hold on, where's my flat brush? Let's use this one. Summertime is a great time to practice. your eye makeup, specifically liquid liner. Now, liquid liner is not as big of a deal as it used to be, but it still is good to know how to make like a really nice clean line, girl. Most of the time, honestly, like I just do like a shimmery lid and then I just throw my bronzer in my crease, and that's my look for eyes. And y'all know that I love that Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter as a lid color, and then I love to just throw my bronzer in my crease and then do a little eyeliner, throw on a lash, and that's it. Like, I do have tutorials on my channel that show a little bit more intensive eyeshadow work, but when it comes to the grand scheme of things, it's your face makeup that's gonna take you from 0 to 60. I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with the loose powder. This is the Wet n Wild Powder Girl. A pro tip that like helps this not get super messy is I saw this on TikTok, I keep the little thing that says peel here on it, and then I just poked holes with the safety pin in it, so that way not so much would come out. I'm just gonna go ahead and tap it off and then set. You see that? It just like, I don't know, like diffuses the face in like the most like soft, like beautiful way. Like I always say, never forget to set that neck, girl. Because when you have foundation on your neck and you just let it sit there, it's gonna like pill up in the creases of your neck, girl. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's my friend. I'm gonna do like kind of like a golden look today on the eyes. Let's talk about confidence next. And this is the most important part, because it doesn't matter how much makeup you wear, how much perfume you wear. If you don't love yourself, like, you got yourself a problem. Like, it really doesn't matter what anybody else thinks of you as long as you... It really doesn't matter what anybody else thinks of you if you believe that you're beautiful. If you think that you're that girl. Like, even if you don't feel like you're that girl, tell yourself you're that girl. Like, literally, figure out the person you want to be and start showing up as them. Or like, say it's practicing your makeup. Like, if you have some time, like, and you're at home and like you're, what do they call it, brain rotting and scrolling YouTube shorts or TikTok, and like you're like, you know, like Ashley told me to practice my makeup, and like I have time, I could be practicing my makeup, but like I'm sitting here doing nothing, not bettering myself, scrolling. Like, can you learn a lot of stuff from social media? Yeah, but there comes a point where like you're just consuming it and like numbing your brain, and you're not bettering yourself and you're not learning. Only you know that. At that point, you're like, you know, like school's gonna roll around or work's gonna roll around, and like I want to show up like that girl. Like, I want to show up as my best self. Is sitting here doom scrolling, like watching people with pet bears, gonna help me get there? Or is practicing my makeup now that I have the time gonna get me there? Because if I don't practice my makeup now, I might not get good at it, and then by the time I go back to school or back to work, I'm gonna be doing my makeup under pressure again, and I'm not really gonna have time to level up and get better at it. So even though I don't feel like it, I'm gonna try a little something, because you're showing up as your best self. Like, what would the best version of me do right now? Like, if I want to get better at doing makeup, like, I'm gonna practice my makeup. And like getting your makeup right and like looking the way that you want to look helps your self-confidence so much, because it doesn't really matter what anybody else says. Like, if you feel like you're that girl with that makeup on, okay, girl? And you don't need makeup. Honestly, you don't need makeup. Like, if you watch my videos, you know that like I don't wear makeup every day. Like, sometimes I feel like I should be wearing makeup every day, but I don't, just because like I have a switch that flips, and like sometimes I don't care, sometimes I do. Like, I can be the girl in like, you know, the pageant girl and 50 pounds of makeup, or I could be the girl with a fishing pole with no makeup. Like, I'm both. Like, it's just a part of me getting to know myself and like learning to love myself. And part of where my confidence comes from is my confidence comes from Jesus Christ. Like, before I listen to what I have to say about myself, like I listen to what he has to say about me. Like, he says like I am loved, he says I am created in his image, he says I am chosen. And like, when I think about that, like, that is so much more powerful than anything I could ever say or anything another human could say about me. And if someone does say something bad about you, a lot of times it's just stemming from their own place of insecurity. Stop looking for validation out of other people. Like, you have to feel good about you in here. And is everybody gonna like you? No. Are there gonna be some times that like you're the underdog or like you're weird and like other people are like, you know, you're on the outskirts? Yeah, that's gonna happen. But sometimes like just like literally watch like any movie, like any like high school girly movie, and a lot of times like the girl that was like the outcast like ends up being the coolest one in the school. That happens in real life. But I feel like the best attitude to have is to not care about what they think. It matters what you think, and your relationship with God is like pivotal. Like that is the key right there, bestie. I feel like there's so many people, so many girls who hold themselves back because like they see this or that outfit that they like, or this and that makeup style or whatever, and they're like, that is beautiful, but they're like, oh, I could never wear that. Why, girl? Why? Like, oh, because I'm a loser. Like, I'm this, I'm to that. Like, oh, well, that, like, only this type of girl is good enough to wear that. Like, only this, like, really pretty girl at my school can wear that. Like, no, bestie. Like, if you like the dress, you like the outfit, like, you need to wear it, girl. Wear it and be confident. Like, stop shrinking yourself. Like, stop telling yourself you're not good enough. Like, literally, that's the difference between, like, being good enough and not being good enough is, like, what the heck you tell yourself. And if you have people in your life or influences that make you feel like you're not enough, cut it off. Cut them off, you know? Like, if you can't completely get away from them, just minimize your exposure to them, bestie. Because literally, that's not the truth. Like, you are good enough. That's part of, like, showing up as your best self. I feel like some people, like, I know people that have great fashion sense, but, like, won't let themselves be beautiful, or, like, won't let themselves be feminine because they have, like, a thing in their head about their body. Or I feel like the worst one is, like, I am not like other girls. There's a song about that called Most Girls by Haley Steinfeld. If that is your attitude, you need to listen to that song. Because personally, I want to be like most girls. I think most girls are beautiful. I think that they're strong. I think that they're empowered. And you know what? I hope I'm like that. Not like, I am not like other girls. Like, that attitude is just so old and tired and out of style, and just, it's not it, bestie. By the way, I'm curling my eyelashes with my Shiseido eyelash curler. We know her, we love her. Then I'm using my Revlon Brown Precision Micro liquid eyeliner. There's just something about liquid eyeliner that is just so unproblematic. Like, I don't want to mess around with a gradient. I don't want to mess around with like making sure it fades perfectly, or this way or that way, or like cleaning it up with concealer right here. Like, girl, I just want me a clean liquid liner line. Now, if you're new to makeup and you can't do it yet, girl, like, do not be hard on yourself. Because when I tell you, maybe I should tell you when I'm not actively doing my liquid eyeliner. Hold on. Okay, y'all, I finished my makeup. I went in for my blush. I went in with this shade called Soft Sable. It's really good for summertime. It just gives that like sun-kissed look, but I put it all across my cheeks and then my forehead. And then I have one of the shades from here, the Tartist Pro Glow, this one right here, on the tops of my cheeks. And then for my lip combo, I have the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Yummy Gloss, and then the Maybelline liner in Totally Toffee. My camera died on me, so it left me off in a weird spot. Oh, I wanted to talk about like a season of solitude. I'm gonna take a little bit of this oil, by the way. This is the OGX like extra strength Moroccan oil, and just rub it to my hands and put it through my hair like this. But I was gonna say, sometimes like you have to go through a season of solitude and just like work on yourself and better yourself. And like, it can be really easy and tempting to like look at other people and be like, oh, well, like these people have this huge friend group. I feel like these days like the word friend group has become like so normalized, and there's just times where you just like don't have one. But I bet you that you have really great supportive people around you, but you may not realize that. Whether it's your family, whether it's your church family, whether it's like what if you volunteer at the Humane Society and like maybe the people that you volunteer with are a little older than you, but maybe they're really nice and supportive, and you know, maybe lean into those relationships, because like I bet you that more often than not, those times that you feel lonely or those times that you compare yourself to other people, like there's other people your age who are just like you, who want to live their best life, who want to better themselves, who want to live life in a healthy way, and that y'all will be best friends, but like they're doing the same thing that you're doing, which is bettering yourself. So it's important, like I said, to have like that self-love and to just not care, just like turn it off. Like think about what you think, and think about and be in contact with the Lord, and what does he think and what does he say. And I just feel like you can't go wrong living that way, and that way you're gonna attract the right sorts of people, because like taking a season of solitude and like really working on yourself is so much better than surrounding yourself with the wrong sorts of people and then having to recover from whatever stupid crap you got yourself involved in from being around them. So it's really important that you're just strong in yourself, and I think a lot of times people are attracted to that. Like people are not just in a romantic way, but like in a like, wow, she's so cool way. Just like you just have to like learn to not care. And like when I was younger, I discovered this, and I realized that like the less I cared, the better things got for me and the better I did socially. So just like, even if you feel inferior, like tell yourself you're every bit as good as they are, and like plus you don't live for other people's validation. Unfortunately, I learned this the hard way. I feel like I keep walking through like the valley of the shadow of death after this previous season of my life. Like when I was in college, there was a lot of people in my family that had a lot of like really strong like work values. Like you have to work, like you have to work really hard, and like yes, that's super important. But what actually ended up happening was like I subconsciously like absorbed what they had to say, and I spent a lot of my time serving and bartending, and like those skills are super good. And yeah, I was able to make ends meet, and yeah, I was able to put food on the table and like feel proud of the amount of money that I could make and the amount of time I could make it, which was like way more than any of my peers. However, like it ended up putting me back in the long run. And that's why I say like it is so important to be mindful of who you surround yourself with and who you listen to. And like I feel like I feel like I keep dying this death like over and over again, and I'm ready to just like get on with my life and like be in the next chapter. But I feel like because of the choices that I made, I am behind. And like I feel like maybe that was the fear that those people had with giving me that advice, is for me to be behind, but now I'm behind anyways, and I took their advice. You see what I mean? So, and maybe this should be a separate video, but like I feel like when you want to do something that like your family hasn't done before, like you really need to seek out good counsel in whatever that field is. Because like if you're the first in your family to do something, a lot of your family members mean well, but they just simply don't know what they're talking about. And again, like I guess it's on me because I'm the one that took their advice. Like I didn't realize how actually damaging that was. Like being from a small town, like not having access to certain types of jobs or certain type of internships, like it just doesn't exist in the small town that I live in. And when I was in college, I had that stuff all around me, but I was too busy like working myself to the bone. Like that isn't always how you get ahead. In fact, it's seldom how you get ahead. But again, like I was living with like, okay, when I'm around my family, I can like show them like all the stacks of cash that I have. Like I can show them like that I pay for this, I pay for this, I pay for this, I pay for this, and then I'll be enough. That was the wrong way to live. Like I wasn't listening to like what I say or what God says. I was listening to what people say. And at the end of the day, I ended up paying for it. So, I mean, I see these as two different things. Like what I'm talking about with my personal life is more of like a career thing. And what I'm talking to y'all about is more of like a leveling up and like glowing up over the summer and into the new school year. So I hope this makes sense. Thank y'all so much for watching my video today. I hope that you learned something that could help you, and don't forget to join my Snap fam, and if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. That is it for today's video. The secret emoji of the day is gonna be this dark blue heart, just kind of like the color of my shirt. So make sure you comment that below if you made it all the way to the end of the video. that tells me that you and me are besties. We are like this. I hope that y'all found it helpful for your summer glow up, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.